Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hey, Hare Krishna, Jai Shila over here.
So today we're going to talk about something that's a bit of a paradox. It's taking responsibility, drop 3, to give up control.
Which sounds a real paradox. What does that mean?
What does that mean? So sometimes we hold on so tight to outcomes and the way we think things should be, our relationship should be. And this shows up in all relationships. So we're talking about this. Shows up with your kids. I remember going through this. My child should be like this.
And someone was sharing yesterday to me, they were sharing how they're doing this little venture. So they were wanting to distribute some prashadam. So they wanted to work together as a small team and have a loving, non-pressurized exchange in distributing prashadam. So it was all good and everything's going well. And they ordered a sign for their little place that they're going to distribute the prashadam from, and the sign didn't turn out the way someone thought it should have turned out.
Well, this was all done voluntarily, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a community effort. You know?
So then the issue became, should we tell this person to, we don't want this sign, we're going to get another sign, and that would upset everyone. And then suddenly the person realized, wow, hey, this is not really what we want. The sign, this color, that shape, it doesn't really matter that much. And so they got off it, and then they thought, hey, let's really, the sign's the sign. Some people love it, some people won't, but hey, we're going to keep working together. So it made it, again,
made a huge difference.
Big difference.
You kept the main idea, the main focus by giving up control.
And how is it? Have a look at that. How's it going, controlling everything in your life?
Ever tried it?
I've tried it all the time, and it didn't work too well.
Yes. Yeah. So think about that one. Accept responsibility by giving up control, because sometimes we can't control every aspect, but we've got to keep our focus on the main idea.
Interesting. It's a big one. Actually, Prabhupada spoke about, again, specific outcomes. We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah, when we went for our walk, we were talking about how Srila Prabhupada, he probably had certain ideas when he came to America of how he wanted things to go. But he had to kind of go along, and Krishna ended up taking him into the Bowery. And he must have thought, wow, what am I doing here?
But he wasn't attached to the specific outcome, but he kept his focus, which was to spread Krishna consciousness. If it happens this way, where I got a lot of support from India, and it all happens, and we build a temple in New York, it'll be great. But it didn't. And it worked with, as Bimal said, in the Bowery, and then somebody tried to attack him, and he had nowhere to stay. Mukunda comes along, Mukunda Maharaja comes along, and hey, we'll try and get some money to get, and it all takes a certain shape. Prabhupada he wanted the Krishna conscious experience of just giving Krishna consciousness to other people.
So he had to go with that flow that Krishna was sending him. So sometimes it's like that in our relationships too, or our circumstances, or our endeavors for Krishna.
So I hope you get that. I'm sure you do. It's only us it took a while to get it. It's like a paradox. Taking responsibility to give up controlling everything.
So if you like what we're saying and you would like to hear more, we have a website that you can link in. There's a link on this post.
And share.
And please
share it with your friends.
Okay. Hare Krishna.